Hey guys and gals, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? I cut that a little bit short because I wanted to get the show on the road. So how's everybody doing? Hey Nancy, how's it going? Joe Rader, nice to see you in here. John Tanzillo, Wicked Insanity, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Dan's Grand Valley Railroad, nice to see you. Steve Chillers, how's it going? Lackawanna Rail fan, stay in here, buddy. I got something for you a little later on there, buddy. Schoolkill Rivers, John, how's it going, my friend? Digger Evans, my best buddy from across the pond. How's it going, man? Roy Eltham, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. You guys all hearing me and seeing me really good? I hope so, because my face camera is dying. It's dying a slow death. So I may have to switch to my webcam here pretty soon. Anyhow, how you guys doing? Been a while. I don't know if you guys were tuned into my Tuesday night show, Building with the Cuzzz. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I don't know. Names are up in the air for that. CDB 1965. How's it going, Chuck? Nice to see you in there. Dwight Curley. Nice to see you. Eric Hall. How's it going, my friend? Kevin Brown. Nice to see you, buddy. John Tanzillo. SP Mike. Nice to see you. Who else we got in here? 38 so far. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Lehigh Valley. Ian, how's it going, my friend? Hi, Bowling Harbor. Dwayne, how's it going, buddy? Nice. Iron Horse. Brian, nice to see you in here, buddy. Who else we got in here? Kyle Stevens. Robert Sacco. Nice to see you, Robert. Glad you can make it in tonight. Dwight Curley. Glad to see you, too. By the way, you guys, well, that's one of the announcements I'm going to make later on, but I'll say it again later. Z Fantasy, how's it going? And thank you very much for all your help this past week. I really do appreciate that. I finally got the Christmas gifts in the mail 2 days ago. So you guys, sometime next week, all you guys that have won stuff on my Christmas giveaway, you'll be getting it sometime next week. Weber, Lance, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. James Young, nice to see you, buddy. Who else we got? Kyle Stevens, I already said hello to you. How's it going? 47, all right, 47. We're climbing up there. Mystic Railway, John, how's it going? Nice to see you in here, buddy. So, who is Bill? I missed somebody. Anyhow, Hastings BNSF. Anthony, how's it going, buddy? Glad to see you make it in tonight. Missed seeing you in the last couple of weeks. So what do you guys think about all these challenges that have been going on? Nice, huh? Except I'm a little disappointed that a lot of people didn't do my contest. It's not a contest. It's just for fun to see how many locomotives you could run on your layout. Even if you only have one, just run one around your layout. That's all I'm asking for. That's all. 5317. Thank you, Digger. I appreciate that. The challenges are super fun. They are. And I just did the one for Rodney, and I got one that's going to be coming out for Sparky here pretty soon, his caboose one. And it's going to be a special one because everybody knows I don't have cabooses or caboose or whatever you want to say. I have one. Robert Sacco, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Cameron, nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad you can make it in. Anthony Dodge, how's it going, buddy? You know, I was getting ready to tune into your show, and then something came up, and I had to walk outside the door and go take care of business. So I'm sorry I missed your show today. And same thing with you, Heath. I've been busy all day. SF Raton, how's it going? Kevin, nice to see you in here. Wait. Slow down. I'm in DC, so I couldn't run lots. All right. Roy Smith, glad you can make it in. So what challenge are you going to do for us there, Roy? All right, guys. So I think we should get this going. Now, the person I'm going to do a shout out for, I guess I have changed everything around in my computer and so on and so forth. So I'm not really used to everything yet. But let me say hello to Lexington Station. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. I have two DCZ locomotives. One is going back to Bachman. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had problems with Bachman a while ago too. And if anybody should be able to do that, Anthony Dodge should be able to. With the size of his layout, he should be able to run a few engines together. Randall Ellison, do you know we're doing a challenge? I have to see what. Yeah, there you go, Randall. Just check it out. Hot Rod Rodney, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I did Rodney's. I posted Rodney's challenge today, which was if you have bridges on your layout, he wants to see your train going over the bridges. So I have 6 bridges on my layout, and I was glad to do so because I happen to love bridges. Yes, sir. So anyhow, we're going to do my shout out tonight, and he's in here. In fact, I see him right now. He's right there on the screen, and I want to give a shout out to Lackawanna Rail Fan. Yes, sir, Tyler. I got you, buddy. Anyhow, you got to check out his channel. If you guys aren't already subscribed to him, he's got 140 subscribers, and I'm sure he would love to have a bunch more. How you doing, Shay Barker? Nice to see you in here, buddy. CSX Mad, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you too. And he's down in Australia. Glad you can make it in tonight. Glad to see you. Anyhow, getting back to Lackawanna Rail Fan. He's got quite a few videos, and they're all short videos. So if you guys are going to subscribe to him, watch at least 2 of his videos. This way YouTube doesn't kick you off and stuff like that. Like I say, you got 140 subscribers, and Ralph. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Chris Mitchell, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in there. Yeah, I haven't seen Ralph yet. That's interesting. I didn't get a text back from him either. So thank you, John. I appreciate that, my friend. Manny Fernandez, how's it going, my buddy? Now, Manny, I am sorry to say that I was going to try and get your deal finished by this week. Hello, Melvin. But because of all of these challenges that have been going on, I've been having fun on my layout. So I am really sorry. I'm about 90% done with it, and I just can't wait to get it finished so I can send it off to you. I know you've been waiting quite a while for it. Chris M. Who's Chris M? Short thing, cuz. Ray Central 127. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Hope to do Uncle Wilma's challenge. Yeah. In double O gauge. That'd be cool. That'd be real cool. And let's see. Carolina Foothills. How's it going? All right. Anyhow, I need to thank a bunch of people from last week's, both of my live streams last week. Manny Fernandez twice, 2 times. Melvin Fackler, Kevin Brown, Grandpa Rails 3 times. Engineer Hall, Caboose 121, and Container Man 68 2 times. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, and that's how I keep all of this going. I changed a whole bunch of stuff around in my house here lately. Right now I have a brand new work area thanks to Roy Hardwick. He went ahead and got me a glass L-shaped table that I can use, and I am slowly getting all these different microphone stands and so on and so forth so I can get all the tripods off the floor. Walking back and forth through my kitchen to my slider was a hazard zone. It really was, because I had all these tripod legs sticking out all over the place. So because of that, because of Roy's generosity, I'm able to get actually a 9-foot blue screen or green screen, whichever. I have both clots, and a lot more room to work. In fact, I will be working in various places on my layout. And thanks to Z Fantasy, she helped me out this past week to get my stuff all hooked up and looking really pretty and stuff like that. But let me get on to what my script says here. Monday night, I understand that Nate's not going to be doing Monday nights anymore. I watched part of his live stream last Monday. Unfortunately, I walked in late, so I really didn't get the whole gist of what was going on, but apparently he's not happy, so he does that. Thank you, Roy. I'm going to show you something here in a little bit. Anyhow, on Monday nights, we have Tom's Trains and Things, and I'm assuming that he's going to keep the 8 o'clock spot that he's got now. Ralph Greenwood, how's it going, buddy? BR374, nice to see you in here. Glad you can make it in tonight. Check out. Yeah, exactly. RDA N Scale, how's it going, Alan? Scott Johnson, nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad you could all make it in tonight. On Tuesday night, we have On Track Tuesday, which is the normal thing that's been going on. But now on Tuesday night, you're gonna add Scratch Build 101, and that's gonna be my second live stream for the week. And I have a class of 9 right now, and if it goes well, maybe I'll do another class after this one's done. But you guys, everybody is able to tune into the show. It's just like a regular live stream, except that there'll be 9 people on the panel, and they will all be working. And I may have a moderator in there to check out comments and stuff like that. So that's something for you guys to be looking for. It'll be the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I don't want to change that for anybody. This way everybody gets used to that. Hello, Art, PDR engineer. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Grandpa Rails, nice to see you in here, buddy. All right, on Wednesday night, depending on which Wednesday of the month it is, but we'll start on the first one, and that's going to be Community Roundhouse will be on the first Wednesday night. On the second Wednesday night of the month, it will be Sparky. The third Wednesday night, it will be TSG Multimedia, and then after that, the fourth week will be Sparky again. Whew. On Thursdays, Hot Rod Rodney 25. On Fridays, again, we have Hot Rod 25, Hot Rod Rodney 25 doing the show just before my show. And seems like he's doing pretty good. I'm sorry I couldn't tune in tonight, Rodney. I was just getting real busy getting stuff set up. I couldn't get my microphone to work and all kinds of stuff like that. And then, of course, you got to deal with me, the cuzzz. And also, in the afternoon, you have Humanity Junction. And you have Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. Those are all on Friday. I believe Heath is at I'm going to say 10 or 11 o'clock Eastern time, and Anthony is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. You guys want to check all of these shows out that I'm talking about. All right. Don't forget these other shows that are on during the week. We have Monday night, we have Wilmer with Not Bad. And on Tuesday night, we have Dispatch with Roy Smith. Both great shows for you guys to check out. Hey, Joey Busek, how's it going, buddy? Boy, that one's so fast. Hey, Robert Flying Crow, how's it going, my friend? What did John say? Well, that's okay, I guess, because I got to deal with all you guys, too, all 73 of you that are in here. You only have one job, just me. I got all of you guys. But I am glad because it makes my Friday nights, and I hope you guys are happy with my Friday nights. Anyhow, I'm going to show you. I was just commissioned by Mr. Roy. I'm sorry, Roy. I keep forgetting your name. But anyhow, he's in here tonight. Brian Page, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. So anyhow, I'm going to show you this deal that I am going to be doing here pretty soon, and I will be doing a video on it just like I always do with my scratch builds. But this is going to be probably one of my favorite ones. And I tell you one thing, if I had known how to do this 3 years ago, Sparky's house would have been built by me. I found out how to do measurements just this past couple of weeks, how to get on the map and take measurements of a building that you want to build. It's not, you can't get all the sizes out of it, but what you can get, and I'll show you real quick here, is, and this is going to look really complicated to you guys, but this are the measurements of the floor plan of this building. So just having this, I'm able to judge everything else off of this. So, and that is in Google Maps, and I just wish I would have known about it a while ago. I really do. Anyhow, let me give you a quick show of what this building is going to look like. and we'll go from there. So stay tuned, and we'll just switch cameras now and see how it looks. Hopefully it's going to work. All right, so that's building number 1 right there. Hold on. I think I got to, wait a minute. That wasn't supposed to happen. There you go. That's better. That is the entire station at Oxnard, California. And I am going to be building that in N scale. And when it's finished, this building is going to be from one end to the other end is going to be about 18 inches long. That's one side of it right there. You can see the ticket windows and so on right there. So, and the archways, stuff like that. Let's see what else we got. This is another view from the other side. So yeah, this building is 100% brick. There is absolutely no concrete, no wood anywhere. Another view there. And that's the entrance I'm guessing from the parking lot. This is also a Greyhound, Metrolink, and Amtrak station. And that's another one of the that's the windows that are up on the second floor. And Steve, if you can see that, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can see those windows, it's exactly what I was talking about earlier. All right, so anyhow, that's going to be my project, and I think it's probably going to take me about, I'm thinking about 9 months to do, probably, because all of that brick has to be put on there. It's all, I'm scared. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead. Damn, I can't even talk now. Yeah, this desk is pretty cool. I got a little slide out trays down here where the keyboard is supposed to go, and it's all glass. I got 2 mats. Yeah, so my work area is over on this side. In fact, I can show you the work area. It's like right there. That's the work area. And that is to my left right now. That's on the L shape of the desk that I have. So go back at Sherry. Thank you so much. I mean, it's like really just switching all these things is so much easier now. Thank you. I owe you a lunch. Anyhow, without further ado, I think it's time for me to bring up my special guest for this evening. And everybody, I want you to welcome Steve 87 PSAP. How's it going, Steve?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Vinny? Hello, everybody out there.
I'm doing good. Thank you for allowing me to have you on my show tonight.
Oh, no problem. Feel honored.
Well, you are right now in the Cousin Vinny's hot seat. You know that, right?
That's okay. My cat hasn't jumped on my lap yet, so I'm still not bleeding. So.
Everybody's saying hello. I see Rusty's in there. Hello, Rusty. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. M&M Shortlines. Marty's in here also. I haven't seen him. Hi, Marty. How's it going, buddy? Anyhow, we're going to have a bunch of questions thrown at you, and just give me your answers. You know, whatever your answers are, just let it flow. All right?
Sure. Yep. Not a problem.
All right. First question. When did you get interested in model railroading?
So I'm going to have to say that I probably got into model railroading about, I'd say about in the mid-90s was really when I got into model railroading, because this kind of wasn't my first hobby. I had another one that led into this, and because of my my other hobby, I decided I wanted to go ahead and doing model railroading.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So when did you get your first train set?
You know, I was trying to think if my parents had ever gotten me one when I was a kid, and I can't really remember that I got one. So I would have to say that it was probably in the 90s, and I think I picked up an HO scale, just a real quick HO scale, just one of those little tiny sets with a small engine, like a GP9 or something like that. Probably, because I don't even remember it, because there were some times where my stuff went away. So, yeah.
Okay, got questions here in the audience, And let me see. There's one. Let me make my picture a little bit bigger here so I can see what's going on. There you go. CDP 1965 wants to know, what was your other hobby?
Well, this is one of the latest things that I've been doing on my other hobby. So my other hobby, which I actually started a while ago, and it didn't start right off to trucks and cars, but I model 1/87th scale cars and trucks and tractors and things like that. So I've done Hebrew kits, I've done Lee Town kits, I've done all kinds of different metal, plastic kits that are HO scale cars and trucks. So that's kind of where the trains came from. It's like,
Got it.
I've got all these cars and trucks, so how do I display them? So I decided I'd put up a railroad and figure out what
There
to put
you
in
go.
the cars and trucks.
There you go. Hello, Midland and Dorchester. How's it going? And Crooked River and Easton. Nice to see you in here. Randall Ellison. I think I said hello to you earlier, but if not, hello. How you doing? James Young. Nice to see you in here. Oh,
Yeah,
cool. And
Roy wants me to throw away all the trains and go back to cars and trucks.
yeah. Right. So you said you started in about the 90s. So have you been true to the hobby since then?
No, not really. I've gone in and out. I experimented with those little tiny trains that you guys all like, and I felt that, they didn't have any cars and trucks to go with them. So why do I want to model those? And then there was some times I had some moving times and things like that, and I lived in apartments and all. So
Right.
it's gone back and forth, and now this is kind of my latest iteration. And finally, this is actually the first. I had a switching layout, was my really first layout, but the layout behind me, which is a 4x8 added on, is really my first layout
Got it.
to go with.
Hello, Mid Coast Rail fan. Good to see you in here. All right, let's move on. Well, you just answered my next question, but do you have a layout?
Yes.
And what is the size of your layout?
So, so it's actually it's actually a 4x8, and it has a 6-foot extension on it that's 2 feet. That's a foot wide, and all that for the yard. And basically, what it was, and the reason why I use Kato Unitrack was because it's actually the Black Rock River crossing, which is a whole kit that you can get. And so I bought the whole kit, and so it's all the track that came with the kit. So I just modified the track a little bit.
There you go. All right. Let's see. So you got that answered. What's your favorite railroad?
I'm gonna have to go with BNSF.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is they seem like they're the only ones who clean their train engines.
Yeah, but you also get to see them up where you live too.
Yeah, I see them all the time. They're actually one of their main lines up to Canada is just down the street from my house.
Yeah.
So we get to hear them all night long.
So what, you live north of Seattle, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I live on an Indian reservation actually,
Oh, really?
north of Seattle. So it's kind of different, but it's nice. We like it. Surrounded by trees and animals. We get coyotes and cougars and all that come across the yard every once in a while.
So BNSF, hey, all right, I like that. I like this guy so far. Which do you prefer, steam or diesel?
Diesel. There's no doubt that it's diesel. I like the modern trains. I like doing the stuff that's, again, because my modeling is actually more of the cars and the trucks, and I also like the buildings, right? So that's kind of the three main things that I really like. So I like the modern stuff.
Right. Well, I'm with you on that too. Modern stuff. That's why I don't have any cabooses or caboose.
Yeah.
except for one.
Yeah. Well, I actually have a couple of caboose, but and there's a couple of reasons why. One is actually because the Puget Sound Pacific that I'm modeling, the PSAP Railroad, it actually has one caboose, and
Oh, really?
it's a maintenance away caboose that they use.
Uh-huh.
And they also use it as a shoving platform sometimes. So that's really the only one that I have. And then I have a Burlington Northern Santa Fe one that they actually use. Midland's in Edmonds. Wow. So I'm in Marysville, Midland. It's up by the casino. You know where that's at. Everybody knows where the casino is up north. So yeah, and so I've got one of those because there's a line that goes from what's known as Mukilteo, Washington, up to the Boeing plant, and it's the steepest grade that's used in the United States, and so they actually have a pushing caboose. So I got one of those too for that.
Joey Busek's got a question for you. He wants to know, what's your favorite model car / truck that you have built?
It's really tough. Probably besides my little, and I can't show you the other one that I have, but I was really happy about these, the little mail trucks that I was finally able to find. Those were really kind of cool just because they're unique and you can't find them that much. I mean, they're finally coming out now. The other one was probably I actually have an award-winning one. It's a 55-foot ladder truck, Pierce ladder truck that was from NJ International that I put together. And it was an all-metal truck, and I did the whole thing. It had Scott air packs in the back seats and hose bed and all that kind of stuff. So it was really kind of very, very finely detailed. And it was really a nice truck. So that's probably my favorite one.
Hey, Drew Steele, glad you can make it in, buddy. Glad you can make it in. Hope you're enjoying so far. All right. In your layout, is it a point-to-point or is it a continuous run or is it both?
So this one right now is an oval with a loop. I mean, with a point yard. And actually, it's kind of funny because the yard track, there's 4 tracks in the yard track. 2 of them are actually inbound yard track, and the other 2 are the short line yard track. So yeah, it's kind of it's a point to point, but it does have a continuous loop to run.
Okay. It's kind of like what I have. I mean, mine. Yeah. I have actually 2 continuous loops. I got a lower and I got a upper lower. New Fenris Railroad. How's it going, William? Nice to see you in here. Yes, I think we got everybody there. Okay. What is your favorite rolling stock?
Oh, well, my favorite rolling stock I haven't built yet. I actually have to build it for me, but probably I don't know. I think I like the auto racks just because of how big they are. They just seem kind of neat.
Okay.
And Grandpa Rails wants to know if I did any more work on my crane. No, it's in a pile over on the side thing over there. I haven't gotten the, how do I want to say, nerve up to go back and try to figure out how to make it work again.
I'm having this one problem. I'm having to finish off the crane build that I'm doing. I don't know how to attach the grappler to the crane. I mean, it's so small, you got to put that wire through both things. And it's like, holy mackerel, how the heck do you do this?
I told you that was going to be hard.
I'm sorry, Manny. I didn't want you to hear that, but yeah, I am having a problem with that. So, I've thought of so many ways to do it. And, and the piece of wire that they give you is so flimsy that you try and stick it through the holes and it starts to bend and you can't,
Yeah.
So I have piano wires that I was going to use, but now that's the opposite. Now
that's
it's
too
really
hard.
Yeah. It's too hard to bend,
Probably the best thing to do is put the wire in up at the top into the crane first and then bend it down so that it's hanging and then cut it and then do that on all 4 and then you can get the other thing in. That's kind of what I had to do with my jack. Even in the HO scale, it wasn't that easy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, everything is done on this. It's already painted. It's ready to rock and roll. You know, I'm ready to put it in
You
a
just
box.
have to attach it.
I'm just, man, it's just pissing me off that I can't do this. You know. Hello, Mark E. Saunders. How's it going, buddy? All right, let's see. We got to get back to these questions. Um, what scale do you do, and why did you choose that scale?
Okay. Well, you know, I've answered some of these questions already. So I
Well,
chose yeah. I chose HO scale because it's what I it's what I model for my cars and trucks. So it's really kind of funny. I started out in 1/72nd scale, which is the English 00, because I used to build. I actually, at one point in time when I was a teenager, I had an entire U.S. battalion, a British battalion, and two German battalions of trucks and men and stuff like that. So so that's how I started. I started with the small 1/72nd, and then I went up to the 1/87. I didn't want to do the 1/64th. I don't know why. I wanted the smaller ones that kind of fit with the trains.
Mid coast rail fans is my hands are too clumsy to model anything smaller than HO. So you guys know that until the end of February, 5% discount on my Teespring stuff, my Teespring store. So you guys should get over there and look at it. I just got my own. I finally got my own cup. Kevin Brown, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm working on part of it now. In fact, the most important part of this whole build to distinguish what it is the clock tower. And if anything else doesn't come out right, the clock tower has to come out right. Because Mr. Roy is insisting that the clock tower is very, very important. And so I have been working on it, and I'll give you a little clue of what I've been doing here. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun build because there's a total of 11 separate structures that make up this one structure.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be 11 different builds, and each one of them has to get the brick on top of the regular plastic because this is a plastic build, a 1 millimeter plastic build, and then adhering the brick facade onto it. So it's like actually building two buildings, you know. Dave,
Yeah, and then the fun thing is looking at that tower in the picture behind you. It's got recessed brick, so half of the tower is recessed brick.
Well, yeah. See, that's what I started doing. I don't know if you can see the recess. I got the recess in there.
Oh yeah, yep, that's gonna be fun.
So all four walls have to be done like that. And then the two outside walls have these legs on them, kind of like that. So yeah, it's a fun build. All right, so let's get back to this. All right. Apparently, you do videos. How often do you do videos?
I'm probably kind of doing one about once every 2 weeks or so. My work schedule kind of makes it a little bit tough for me to keep it going. So about once every 2 weeks or so, because I'm trying to get some decent videos out there, or something that's informational or instructional, or unless I buy a bunch of stuff. Those are the two that I'm kind of giving out on.
Show us how you spend your money, huh? Hello,
Yeah,
Paducah
yeah.
and Louisville. How's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Let's see, who else? Do we get anybody else new? I don't think so. Yeah, Kevin, it really is insane. In fact, I think I showed this to you guys, but after I got all my measurements, I went and drew out all the floor plans for all the buildings that are going to be on there. So yeah, there's a lot of structures on this build.
So do you guys want to know one of the biggest models I've ever seen in my life? And it was an architecture model. I worked for a while down in the Caribbean for a small oil company called Amaretta Hess. and they were doubling the size of their oil refinery. These guys paid $7 million to have a model, and it was right around HO scale of the new refinery. This thing, they built a building just for the model, so that the guys could actually see how to put the whole thing together. It was amazing to go in and look at that thing. It was huge.
Joey, I'm going to be using JTT brick, and also I ordered some Fowler brick because I think the color of the Fowler might be closer to the building I'm going to be doing. I have to see that, but anyhow, they're very proud of their product. Let me tell you that right now. It's like what was it? The Fowler. The Fowler was a 5x7. You get 2 of those for like $10. Okay. Now the JTT is 8.5 by 11, and I think you only get 1 of those for $10. So, but you got to think of one thing. A lot of this building is a lot of brick on the outside, but there's parts of the building that are not going to get brick because they'll be covered up by the other structures that are going to be attached to it. So I don't think it's going to take very much brick, but I'll find out here really soon.
Yeah, so Lehigh asked me, no, I couldn't get any pictures of it because it was in a restricted building. So we weren't allowed to take pictures. And it was before cell phone cameras. So that made it a little bit more difficult.
Steve, do you post anything on other media like Facebook or Twitter or anything like that?
Not really. I have a Facebook page, but I don't really put too much on there. I communicate through it, but I don't normally post anything else up there. I just usually use my YouTube channel.
What do you like about the hobby?
Let's see. I like the diversity of it. I'm allowed to do a whole bunch of different things. It keeps my interest between doing the trains, doing some research about different stuff, finding out ways to do things, and then the ways things keep changing. I like the fact that, now we've got 3D printing. And so it's like, okay, how do we paint that stuff? And then like one of the things that I'm doing right now, I'll show you guys a better one instead of, I'm working with, this is just for Roy. I'm working with containers.
Oh, there you go.
Paper containers.
Right.
So there's just so many different ways to do things in this hobby. And then all the different things that you can do, right? You can do lumber, you can do woodworking, you can do the electric, you can do electronics, which is different from electric. So there's a lot of the variety that's in it.
Right. Got a question here from Steve, from Kevin Brown. Did you do any gaming in your HO World War II collections?
Kind of. Yeah, me and a friend of mine used to get together and we used to do strategic battles and stuff like that with the tanks and all that. Yeah, it was, we did things. Yep.
I never got into that gaming thing. I don't know. I got way back in the day when I first got into the model railroading stuff. I did get a train simulator, and I was playing that a lot. But I see the new games now; they're so much better. It's unbelievable. It's like, I mean, you can actually almost feel the rumble of the locomotive.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know what you like about the hobby. What do you dislike about the hobby?
One is the cost.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. It is very, very expensive. The other thing is, lately it's the accessibility to stuff. I think that's one of the biggest things. When I first started getting into this, I had 7 or 8 hobby shops that I could go to and I could go talk to and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Now they're, and they were a lot closer. Now I've got like 3. And if I was going to go to the 3 hobby shops, it would take me all day because they're that far away. So I think those are the 2 things that I don't like right now. It's kind of the cost and the accessibility.
Yeah, when I first came here to Phoenix, there was two hobby shops that were close enough for me to go to, and both of them have closed up since. So now the only way I can get stuff is online. Or
Yeah.
go way out, drive an hour out to the east side of town to a hobby shop that's out there, and I'm not going to do that. I'll just sit in my house and go on Amazon or go on eBay and find
Right.
out. Just call up Bob at Yankee Deli. Hey, Bob, I need blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 boom. All right, let's see. What else do I got here for you? Do you have more than one layout?
No.
Um,
So when I started, when I did the build, when I did that Walters build this last summer and all that kind of stuff, that was actually the first building on a new layout. That was actually the first section of a new layout that I did. So there will be another one, but this one will go away when that one comes into being.
There you go. Here's a question that everybody has always asked one another. How do you clean your track and your layout?
Let's see. I have a little vacuum cleaner that I use for one, and it's a regular electrical powered vacuum cleaner. That's probably the way that I keep it clean. And then for my track and all that, I usually use a Bright Boy.
Okay. Well, you just answered the next question.
Of course, I have cat hair, so that makes it really tough.
Yeah, no animals in this house. Are you prototype freelance or proto-lance?
Probably proto-lance is what it's going to be more like. Like right now, this has nothing to do with anything. This first layout that I did by the 4x8, I actually just was experimenting with doing things. But I'm getting all of my train engines together. I'm getting all of the cars that I need and stuff like that together that would run on the Puget Sound and Pacific. But it's not, I'm not going to go ahead and do it exactly prototype, but there'll be things that look very much like what will be there.
Yeah. And the thing I always tell everybody, as long as you catch the essence of what you're trying to model, that's good enough. Because people, if you take a certain spot on that's supposed to be on your layout and you put it on your layout, people will recognize that and they'll say, "Oh yeah, I know that place." Yeah. The very first time I showed my model, Eric Hall, imro.com, he said to me, "I drive past that place every day when I go to work."
Yeah.
So he knew, what it was.
That's like watching Scott Johnson's, right? I mean, when I look at Scott Johnson's layout, I'm like, I know where that stupid building is. The one that's round and it looks like it's on the side of a mountain. I drive past that when I go down to Portland. So it's very distinctive. I know where it's at. It's kind of fun.
Let's see. All right. The last question I have for you, are you DC or DCC?
I am DCC. I've always kind of had the Digitrack. So like right now, my layout's running on the DCS 50, just the small Zephyr.
Right.
And I don't know what my next layout will be, mostly because I'm going to be having to walk around it because it'll be a lot bigger.
Right.
And I see that Lehigh River Valley asked if, he was asking New Fenris if he was getting a shed. That's right. I thought that was to me.
Good night, John.
But I'm hoping my next one is actually going to be in a basement or somewhere in the house that I'm going to be doing, because I'll be leaving the Seattle area and moving out to some farm country. So we'll be building our own house.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to be set up fairly well somehow so that I can position a good size layout in there.
I'm watching what Scott Johnson's saying there right now.
Yeah.
Hey, if any of you guys have any questions for Steve, now would be the time. We have a few more minutes left here. So let's get on. Now, I don't know for myself if I'm going to have a video tomorrow. Ooh, that's not good. um, if I do, it might be two short ones. I'm not 100% sure yet. I got to work on that. I've been just so busy getting everything set up in here, uh, moving stuff around. I have a whole bunch of junk. I have no clue where I'm going to be putting it. So, yeah, and my camera is about, the battery shows me about
Oh
halfway
no.
down. So we're doing good so far. We're doing good.
So I've got a couple of questions on what's my favorite loco.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
actually,
that's funny. That's on my list here. I forgot how come I didn't ask you.
yeah.
Oh
So and then
well.
there's another question about logging. So one of the things that was really funny was I don't know why, but I've kind of fallen in love sort of with the 38s, kind of the 30 to 38s. Mostly because I mean they're around all over the place, especially on the short lines. And they're just kind of this compact little neat engine that seems like it won't die.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that's kind of like my favorite right now.
And BNSF has been taking the 38s and upgrading them to 39-2s and dash threes. You
Yes.
got another question here from Chuck. Steve, PSAP. Do you have any logging operations on your layout, being that you're in the Great Northwest?
So, um, yes, there'll be logging operations, but it might not be what you guys actually think of logging operations. There might be a clear cut or something like that, but there will be some serviced industries. Those industries will be a couple of smaller lumber mills and all that. However, there is one huge lumber mill that's serviced by the train. And it's actually a waterborne one. It's actually built over top of the water. The whole mill is on a pier. So I'm not sure if I'm going to tackle that one or how that's going to go.
Sparky likes Jeep 38s also. That's one of his favorite locomotives. Let's see, Steve 87 PSAP from Grandpa Rails. Build a house around the layout. There you go. Good idea,
Gonna
John.
gonna try, John. Gonna try. Might not be that easy, but I'm gonna try.
God. It's all right. Nobody else got any more questions? Come on, guys. I'm sure you got a bunch of questions for Steve.
Let's see. He's not on, so hot dogs a sandwich.
How long you've been doing a lot of scratch building lately, correct?
Yeah, between I do everything. I'll do kit bash, I'll do model kits, and I'll do scratch building. So lately I haven't been doing a whole lot. I mean, mostly because I don't want to build too many buildings and then have to try to move them. So I've mostly been working on my cars and some of the little stuff on my railroad. But yeah, I've done scratch build. I mean that the Walters thing, that entire system for the conveyor that hooked up all of the silos and all that. That was all scratch built, and I had to figure out how to do that and all.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I do a bit of everything.
And you actually took it a step further than what I would have, but I guess maybe because you're HO and I'm N scale, I wouldn't have done as much detail on all the catwalks and the conveyors and all that stuff. I would have done, this is a conveyor, and
I know. That's good with it.
But to do all the stuff that you were doing, to do all of the fine little detail in N scale, I mean that's tough, And I'm finding, and a lot of guys say, "Oh, it's my eyes." These younger guys are saying it's my eyes. I can't work on it because of my eyes. Well, I'll tell you what, my eyes are really starting to get bad right now. So I don't know what's going to be happening here pretty soon.
Well, that's why I have my swing arm with my magnifier glass right on it, so it makes it kind of really cool.
Question for Vinny: can we all see your new tables and work area? I'm going to have a video coming on that, Roy. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate it, buddy. Yes, we will be seeing that from start to finish when I took my old place down and put my new place up.
So nice. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Midcoast asks, do I have any special lighting? No, I just have an overhead light in my room that I use. I don't have anything special on it. And then there was another question about ballasting my track. So I have Kato Unitrack. So I didn't ballast it. I only ballasted it where it met the actual portion of the bed that it's going to be on. I didn't go through and ballast everything in the middle of it, because again, this is the first part of the journey. It was how do I make a railroad work? How do I put it together? How does all the electricity work and things like that?
Right.
The next layout is going to be a little bit, you know what I mean, Vinny. You have one that you got to start with to say, how do I do this?
So you never had a layout that ran with DC?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I might have when I was younger, but I didn't really run anything with DC.
Okay. RDA N Scout says, "Hey Vinny, you need cataracts." Isn't cataracts what they take away? Alex Brockaway, how's it going, my friend? Another question, Steve. Here you go, Juice Steel.
Yeah.
Freight or passenger or both? What do you like? What do you like to run?
So I'm going to be running mostly freight when I actually do it. However, I do have a small passenger fleet because I still like the passenger cars. I think they're really kind of neat. And some of the stuff, and that's why when Vinny asked, am I doing prototype? Well, Amtrak doesn't run on my tracks, nor does Sounder. The Sounder rail doesn't run on my tracks, but I'm going to have those trains.
Why not? I mean, same thing with me. Amtrak does not run on the P-Vine sub at all. Maybe back in the day when it was Santa Fe, when it was ATSF, it did. But right now, the Amtrak runs on the UP line, which is 30 miles south of me,
Yeah. But I'm going to have them because
why not? Am I. I'm going to have it too, Yeah.
And then I know that CDP 1965 asked if I've ever built 187th cars and trucks to sell. Yes, I have. I have sold trucks and I've built things. So we could always talk. I don't know. I thought about building Vinny's truck for him before I sent it to him, but I decided he should just build it. Let him have the fun of building his log.
And I got so many things piled up on my to-do list. It's like I have Dave BNSF N-Scale gave me 3 BNSF kits, hopper kits to put together. They're still sitting on my shelf, and I think he gave it to me like 9 months ago, and they're still sitting on my shelf to be done. But now all of a sudden I'm getting slammed with all these people that want me to do these builds for them, and it's like, okay, I'm going to do the builds first, Let's see. RJ Scale says, did you get my email? I probably did. And did our Christmas stuff shipped? Yes, I shipped it 2 days ago, so you'll get it early next week, probably by the end of next week, the latest. So yes, you'll be getting that stuff here pretty soon. Let's see. Rails, PSAP. What? John, he already answered that, but go ahead and answer it again. Do you use anything other than the Zephyr, or do you use just the Zephyr?
I just use the Zephyr. Right now, I just have the Digitrax. I'm actually upgrading it to a DCS 52, but unfortunately, I was on a live stream with Heath, and yeah, I'm going to blame Heath on this one. During that live stream, while I was trying to do some stuff, my brand new engine fell off my train track.
Oh boy!
Onto the floor. And I was hooking up my DC 52, and I found out that the power supply for the DC 50 and the DCS 52 are not compatible. So Digitrax now has my DC 52, my DCS 52 system for the newer Zephyr. It's getting repaired.
Container Man got a question for you also.
Let's see.
I didn't buy all those logging trucks and trailers from you like 7 years ago or so. Is that right?
No, you didn't buy them from me because I wasn't in the logging at that time. About 7 or 8 years ago, I was doing a lot of fire trucks and a lot of small construction vehicles, things like that for like cities and towns and all. And I've got a whole bunch of Mac B61 fire trucks that I've still never finished putting together. Someday I'll get to those, and who knows, they might go out as presents or something like that.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Anyhow, we got a couple more minutes, guys. If there's no more questions, I am going to cut this short because my stomach is saying, hey, bud, you need to put some food down here. I'm going to go on strike. Steve, I appreciate you being here with me tonight. Thanks so much. You're a good sport and all that kind of good stuff. And thumbs up on the stuff you're doing. Grandpa Rails, thank you so much, buddy. Firewood, yeah, firewood. It's soaking wet now. We've had a lot of rain this past week. In fact, it's raining right now. You left it here when you went home, John. I'm mad at you.
Hey, at least you're not getting the snow that John's probably dealing with.
Yeah, right. Have trains deliver my food. I wish I could, but it's too far away. It's like 15 miles away to the closest place I can get trains to bring me food. I don't know. I guess my tradition is usually Taco Bell, but last week I actually had Panda Express. Oh, thank you, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I had Panda Express last week. Do you have Panda Express up north?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of different places up here. Yeah, I think my wife is talking about pizza tonight because she's actually downstairs in a crafting thing while I'm up here doing this. So.
Okay. All right, Steve. Well, thanks a lot for being with me.
Okay.
Thanks everybody else for being in here. All 70 something of you guys that were in here earlier. I appreciate the support and all that kind of good stuff. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. I'll probably have some sort of video out tomorrow, but next Tuesday, 8 p.m., if you guys want to join in on the scratch building class, you can do that. If not, I'll see you guys next Friday. Have a good week and take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Thanks a lot, Vinny.
Yeah, no problem, Steve.